gentleman right here.
This lady here, she's always
Okay. Yeah. This gentleman, this lady.
Right, he won't play.
No, we'll get and then we'll get up here after we get this round, gentleman. Okay.
Okay, one of the things I want to address is something Ted mentioned that I also found to be a problem. I'm what you call an Afro-Latin. My people came from Cuba.
A what?
Afro-Latin. My people came from Cuba. And I think that's an issue that is not often addressed in the black community, that we do have a lot of Afro-Latin.
Stand up, please.
Yeah, no problem. We do have a lot of Afro-Americans who are also Latinos as well. And they come from places like Cuba and Latin America and so forth. And one of the things is that, as Ted knows, I've taught black history and I am a historian. And one of the things that most African Americans and so-called Latinos don't understand is many of us are mixed together. Mexico, for example, and this city of Los Angeles was founded. If you go downtown to Olivera Street, Tut Hayes has mentioned that, you'll find that most of this city was founded by people of African descent. Okay? So, therefore, there really should not, the problem and conflict that we have is based upon ignorance. And one of the things that Chief Baca has pointed out is education.
Sure.
Sheriff Baca, sorry. No, he's still a chief. It doesn't run the joint away. Bottom line. All right? But the point is that, and I wonder if you would support this, is that in LA Unified, they should mix with their history, when they're teaching social studies and history, something that brings these two cultures together. Because many times when you listen to music like this Afro-Latin music, most of the music that we're hearing from so-called Mexico and so forth is coming out of people of African descent. The slaves, the explorers, etc., that have come through there. And we need to work on that. But and also going back to something that Ted said, we have a problem here is in our own community with the people who are representing us.
Yes, yes.
And I have been suggesting, I suggested the last Urban Roundtable, you need to take a tour of the people you have elected in your assembly and in your state senate. I think you all will be shocked at who's working in those offices. Okay. And that's why you're not getting what you want.
Okay, here we go. We're going to do the last session, and then we're going to do your gentleman up here. That was the lady right here?
Yeah.
And then you in the red one.
My name is Angela. I live in the community in the Florencia 13 area, and in 2003, my nephew, he was my sister's only son, was shot by a Latino. And as he lay dead in the street, the Latino, who we know by name, spit on him and called him a nigger. He's still running in the neighborhood. Why hasn't anything been done to catch this person? We know who he is. It's like the police don't even care anymore.
What, you have the name of the person?
Yeah. There were 25...
What's the name of the suspect?
I'll tell you. There were 25 witnesses. Nobody won't say anything. And sometimes they come to us and tell us, oh, he was around the corner last week. Why didn't you call the police? You know? It hurts me. I have this rage that he could just run around. My sister can't have any more kids. That was her only child. You know, I miss my nephew. You know? Also, I've been a school bus driver for 20 years. I see the hatred among the Latinos for the blacks. Just last week I had a little 8-year-old call me a nigger. And so bad I wanted to tell him, if it wasn't for the black people, you wouldn't even be riding on this bus. You wouldn't even be able to go to the school you want to go to. You know? And I asked the little boy's mother when she came to the bus to get him, where did he learn this from? I don't know. No, he learned it from you. It's terrible. Something needs to be done.
All
right, this gentleman in the red here.
I just have one question for the sheriff.
Please be brief, will you?
Yeah. So you mentioned that you had like phone taps surveillance when you heard Latino gang members ordering the execution of somebody, and if you can't find that person, just get any black. Do you have any evidence of black people doing the same thing? Just say any Latino, just get a Latino and kill them? Do we act that way?
I don't have that evidence, but you can call me that. I think this is where the issue of social demographics is critical. You know, we're trying to make this a broader reality of how people can engage, even if it's just 5% or less. Yeah, African American Society of Los Angeles arrived when this city was founded, as was properly said by the historian. If you look back in the history of LA, there was a number of African American folks that were part of the founding group, and it was like about 25 people. And it was rather eclectic, you know. This is a diverse community, and this is the diversity capital of the world right here in Los Angeles today. And therefore we have to model up. We have to be the shining example of interracial harmony, interreligious harmony, interethnic harmony, and internationally harmony. Okay. Now, what goes on here is that the African American Society has been overwhelmed by, in many respects, the demographics of Latino society. You can see complete change out. And even in East Los Angeles, where I grew up, when I went to an elementary school, there were only 400 kids in my elementary school. And when I got elected and went back, because of the multiple families living in one home, out of poverty, I'm sure, the school had over 3,000 students for the same area. And then you ask yourself, why is the school district collapsing? It's pure volume. It's volume, unfortunately, that where you have non-English speaking folks coming in here, and then they can't get up on it because parents aren't English speakers either.
I'm just curious as to whether we are targeting them.
You're not, because you see, you're not in the numbers. You see, you know, there's a ratio of more Latino gang members vis-a-vis less black gang members. So on the street, you're outnumbered. Now, so in the context of the wiretaps, we haven't heard blacks on wire phones doing the same thing. But I know some blacks have. Okay, you know, it's an inevitable result of that kind of lifestyle that you're going to go after somebody Latino because they've been messing with you. You know, it's that younger or not so young mindset that says we're going to already go off on a different direction, and we're fighting with people within our own race, and that's where generally most of the blacks kill each other, which to me is more reprehensible because the resource of African Americans is a smaller resource. We need more African Americans than American, not less.